Most midlife women I talk to are making this money mistake, and it's costing them peace of mind. And here's the thing, it's not because we don't care or we're just bad with money. It's because nobody ever taught us how to do this. Hi, my name is Sarah, and I am a clarity and growth coach. I'm also the leader inside Life Mastery Circle and the editor of Life Mastery magazine. I create resources and community for women who are ready for growth and for some clarity and who really want to live their best life every single day. Let's get started. So, the mistake I'm talking about that we all make with money, or most of us are making with money right now, is not paying attention. We're not tracking our spending. We are not prioritizing ourselves. Or we keep telling ourselves, I'll do it later. Now is the time, my friend. Now is the time to start tracking all your money. Because one thing I've learned is that you cannot let money control you. You have to control it. The fix, it's pretty simple. It's not easy, but it's pretty simple. Start making a list. Write all down all your expenses. Write down all the money you have coming into your household. Write down where the money is going. You have the fixed expenses and then you have everything else. Where are you spending your money? Somebody once said, show me your bank account and I'll tell you your personality traits or something like that. I butchered it. Never mind. So, just by seeing where you spend your money, I can tell you what your goals are or what they are not. Now, when you do create this list, when you start tracking, where you're spending your money, your bills, where money is coming from, don't judge yourself. This is not to say, oh my gosh, I should be. No, no shoulds here. This is just so that you are informed, that you know for a fact where your money is going and what is happening with your finances. And my personal spin on a budget is it's not limiting, actually, it's permission to spend. And so for me, I have a joy budget. Yes, instead of focusing on the things that must be paid and the money I cannot spend, I focus on what I can do. I'm grateful that I have the money to pay for all the bills, and I also make sure there's money for me to spend on whatever I want. Granted, it might be $5 some months, or it might be $100, and it's fine as long as I keep myself focused and as long as I'm happy that everything is taken care of and I still have a little bit of money to spend on the things that really bring me joy. And it can be a coffee, it can be a magazine. Yes, I do like the paper magazines still, like the physical. It might be a subscription to a digital magazine. Whatever it is, I make sure that I spend that money on something that brings me joy. It's not to buy, bread. It's not to go to the grocery store because something is missing. It's for me and I'm going to spend it however I want it. And no matter what the amount is, I think it's important that rather than focusing on the negative, yes, focus on the positive. I told you this channel is all about positivity. It's all about the bright side of life. And it's important that we focus on what we can control, on what we can do, and not so much on what we can't do. It'll drive us crazy. And, it takes the same kind of effort and energy to focus on the negative or on the positive. So let's choose to be positive and to focus on the positive things. So the big mistake is not paying attention to where all the money is going. And the fix, make sure you are in control. Make sure you are paying attention. That's all you have to do. And make sure you bring a positive energy to it and make sure that you are having that little bit that you can spend on whatever you want. Because our wants are very important. Of course, we must meet our needs, and then it's important that we do something for ourselves. And right now we're talking about the budget, but I'm also talking about, those daily little things that you can do to feel good and in your life and about you. And, now it's very à la mode. tendency to romanticize life. I love that. And do I do it every day from morning till night? No, but I will, put on a dress, or I will buy flowers, or just go on my walk and pick some flowers, some wild flowers. And that brings me joy. And, I fantasize about doing that every single day of my life. And when I get to do it, it's amazing. And it didn't cost me any money most of the time anyway. So it's not only about buying things that we probably don't need or don't even want, but it's just we need something to make us feel something. Let's change the narrative and maybe just, start seeing all the things in this different light, in a positive light, in a positive way that we can go about it, if that makes sense. Now, I think I've talked to you about the membership that I have. It's Life Mastery Circle. And so this is also one of the things we talk about, either on one-on-one coaching or in group coaching, depending on what it is. So this month, actually, we're talking about personal finance, and this is going to be our masterclass. It's going to be on personal finance and finding joy, creating a joy budget, and all the things, because it's important that we do things for ourselves and things that bring us joy. And most of them, like I said, don't need a lot of money. You just need to be in the right energy and in the right mindset to do that. Because, the thing that is stopping us from paying attention, it's because nobody ever taught us how to create a budget, but also because when we think about it, when we think about money, we mostly have very negative connotations to it. And so we don't want to think about it because it's bad. It creates those thoughts that of things we might have gone through in our past, or that our parents, or that we saw someone go through because of money. And it doesn't need to be that way. You get to control, you get to have some say in it. Yes, I know we can't control everything, but we can control controllables. I don't know if that's a word. Anywho, that's how we're going about it. So, for example, we talk about that. And also, Life Mastery Magazine's September is all about personal finance. So, you will have some tips and tricks in there about how to create a budget or how to pay attention, and little stories about money and things that will help you on your way. And it's completely free. So, thank you for subscribing to Life Mastery Magazine. I'll leave the link below, or you can scan the QR code here somewhere and let me know, what is the one thing you're going to do this month? Are you going to start paying attention? Are you going to write down all the money that's coming in, or all the money that's going out, or both? There's an idea. I can't wait to find out what your right step is going to be this month. And it can be as simple as just tracking all your expenses for all the needs you have, or your wants. You can start small. It's one step after the other every single day that's going to compound, and that is going to really make the big difference. And if you want to learn more about, small steps, go back to video, I think number 2 of the 30-day challenge. Talk a little bit more about that there. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video. Leave me a comment. It really helps get these videos out there, and it helps me do all the things I do for free. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.